Wes attended the Wardlaw Hartridge School pre-K through sophomore year, and lower school and middle school was great. And unfortunately, we quickly realized it was not, the high school was not what we expected. It was lacking academically. There were unexpected curriculum changes. There was an overturn in faculty. They needed faculty changes. It was severely lacking in technology. So our family tried to help the school move in a positive direction. Again, unfortunately, it was obvious change was not happening before Wes and Dan graduated. So it was incredibly difficult for us to accept that we may have to look elsewhere, as Wes was a junior, and it was the last thing that I would want to do to either of my children, make a change in the middle of high school. So we were, and we were very involved in the school. Everyone knew us. Wes practically had a desk in the development office. It was our second home. Anyway, August 2011, at the end of August 2011, more changes were made at the school, negative changes, basically giving us the last push, to have us look elsewhere. We had friends that suggested Gill. We visited Gill. Wes said, Dan and I need to go here. And that fast, we enrolled at GSB. And, as a parent, I worried how this change would affect Wes. Dan was starting GSB as a freshman. He would be in the same boat with a lot of students. Wes was, again, going to be a junior. He was leaving friends. He would, have to sit for 30 days for athletics. He also played varsity for the first 2 years of high school at Wardlaw Hartridge, and he started both years. So he basically was taking a chance losing a starting position. And the academic expectations, were a little different at Gill. But Wes wasn't worried about a thing, and I commend him for that. I was doing all the worrying for him. He said one of the most mature things. He said, my friends will always be my friends if they're true friends. And he said I could always make new ones. So he wasn't worried. And other students and parents at the other school wouldn't make the change, even though they needed to, because they were afraid. So, they didn't want to step out of their comfort zone. So they continued to remain unhappy and complain. And Wes was, in my opinion, very, very mature about the whole process and, the decision. He was, willing to take that risk. And we all learned from his experience and his bravery. You should never become complacent. And if you aren't happy with the way things are going, you need to take action. Change is good. Don't be afraid to try something new. And I'm really glad that Wes was willing to learn this lesson so young. And, and he taught us all something last year. So, and for that, I'm very proud of him.
It has been the best decision of my life so far. Change is good. If I didn't make this change before my junior year, I would have never known what it feels like to be surrounded by school spirit, supportive teachers, and a general positive atmosphere.